TooSmooveEli back with another action video. Today we got the NBA is rigged by Jimmy High Roller. Let's get right into it. You don't gotta tell me twice. Okay, yeah.
The good old hot take. The necessary evil of the sports world.
Facts.
Through the good ones, the bad ones.
Wait, let me see what he just said. The good
The
ones.
necessary evil of the sports world. Through the good.
I don't think Jokic wants or cares to be a star. I hate that. I hate that narrative so bad about Jokic, bro.
Ones.
I've never seen a man carry a team like this. Yeah, niggas be.
And the downright atrocious.
But he really is, though. That's not even a hot take. Sabonis is better. I love Sabonis.
We once
He's
again
better
find
than
ourselves racking our brains, trying
We
to
just don't
figure
dig
out
right
how
him.
some people come up with this nonsense. But today, I've done the brain racking for you and found some of the hottest NBA takes on the internet.
Shit, put
NBA
Sabonis on the
Finals
Nuggets
edition.
and we will see.
So buckle up. This may be a bumpy ride.
I'm here for the takes.
Today's video is sponsored Fast Quit Vitamin.
Sometimes the niggas with the hot takes
NBA
just no ball.
Finals upon us, I thought to myself, what better time to take a look at some hot takes? Per usual, I immediately regretted this decision, but it had to be done. So let's jump right in. Now, our first take has been around for decades, and regardless of how insane it is, fans continue to say that the NBA is rigged.
The NBA is rigged.
And scripted. And to that
It
I
is.
say, what? First of all, reality is stranger than fiction. The best way to create incredible, captivating moments in sports would be to not script them. You think some dude rigged Kevin Durant eviscerating his calf in front of tens of millions of people? Or what about the
I
Nuggets?
feel like it's rigged. I feel like only certain games are rigged, not just every game they're rigged. I feel like some games are rigged though, for sure.
Just sweeping the Lakers. Wouldn't it make
Some things are
infinitely
rigged,
more
not just
sense
every
to
damn
allow
30,
most series to
82
go into
games.
6 or 7 games for more revenue? We had a very real chance at a Celtics
The
Lakers
Nuggets sweeping the Lakers. The Nuggets sweeping the Lakers just brings LeBron's credibility down to force that MJ narrative up more so, you know? That's there.
In what universe do the script writers not choose that outcome? I wonder what Chris Paul thought when he got the script and saw that Luka Doncic was going to walk him like a dog on his way to his 87th second round exit. If the NBA was
Can't nobody tell me that game 2 of this finals was not scripted for the Heat to win that game. I'm just saying nobody was going to watch game 3 and 4 if the Heat lost game 2, but the Heat won game 2 and everyone was like, oh yeah, I thought it was boring, even though it still was boring. Oh, I thought all that bullshit they did that so people could watch it. Cause bro, the Heat are this series is boring and they trying to drag it out.
Why on earth would the most lucrative franchise in the league have virtually no success over the last 20 years? Oh, your team is one of the 29 teams that didn't win a championship this season. It couldn't be that they just weren't good enough. It's because the basketball overlords didn't have it in the script. The biggest suspicion comes from the way refs officiate the games, handing out more fouls to one team than another, making odd calls during crucial points in the game. And believe me, brothers, I'm right there with you. If I had $1 for every suspect call I saw in an NBA game, I'd have enough money to start my own franchise to complain about. But that's just the nature of sports. Sometimes things go your way, sometimes they don't. As much as we would like for refs to be mindless robots who get every call correct, they're human, just like us, and they make mistakes. This guy says the NBA is colluding to get the Lakers into the playoffs. Well, then I guess the NBA also colluded to get them swept in the conference finals. I know it's tough to watch your team lose, but of all the excuses we can make as fans, can we please stop resorting to this one? This is a bad take. Now, this next take comes from my man Bill Simmons, who had this to say about this year's Nuggets team.
This Nuggets team is the best team I've seen in person in 5 years, since the 2018 Warriors. Not just better, but really probably beats anybody the last 4 years.
Now, when I first heard this,
what teams? When I think of this, I don't see the Nuggets as a good team, but when I watch their games, I'm like, this is the greatest team ever. Like, you know, they're the greatest team of all fucking time. These niggas are just not missing their fucking shots. They're just doing the unthinkable. There's bench players playing like all-star fucking all-team players. So it's like, I give them what they, you feel me? Them niggas is doing this crazy shit. Might as well just say they're the greatest team ever. You got these niggas combining for 60 a game with triple doubles. It's all kinds of all this shit. Like, that's the only reason why I'd be like, nah, them niggas is one of the best teams. But in the last 5 years, what teams are better? Do I think that the bubble Lakers could have beat them? I do think, well, they did, but I think they could beat them now still. Anthony Davis is trash now, and LeBron is way older, and they have no one else in that roster but Reeves. You know, what else teams were they? The Kawhi Raptors. I think the Kawhi Raptors would beat this team. Oh, for sure. Last year's the Bucks. The last year's Warriors. They did it. They did have James Wiseman, but he wasn't doing shit. I'm just thinking of someone tall and the last year's. They did beat them last year, but they didn't have MPJ or Jamal Murray dropping 80 points a game. But Curry and Clay was, I don't know. The last year's Warriors, I still got them beating this team if they played how they did last year, you know, into this year. The Bucks run and dunk with Drew Holiday, who how he was, and Chris Middleton. Yeah, I think that Bucks team that won the championship. I think a lot of teams could. I don't know if that stands true,
but it actually might be. Of course, there's no way to know for sure, but going back through the last 8 teams to make the NBA Finals, the 2023 Nuggets do look like
this team is beating them. This Celtics is beating them. If you feel me, this Suns. No, this Bucks is beating them. This Lakers is beating them. Their ass. This it's crazy what they're doing to them, and this team is beating them.
Like possibly the best team. Now this is all just an opinion, but I think
if we're talking numbers and statistics and stat sheets and percentages, yeah, they are. But if we're talking about what would have really happened if they played, no, they're not.
Nuggets team would have beaten the 2022 Celtics and Warriors.
They
would have beaten the 2021 Suns and the 2020 Heat, and they would have probably taken down the 2019 Raptors.
No, they're not. This nigga, no, they're not. They're not taking down that Raptors team. They're not taking down that Raptors team or the Warriors.
I think are debatable are the 2020 Lakers and the 2021 Bucks. But if we look at some postseason metrics from these teams, the Nuggets are on pace to being the best team.
Like I said, bro, bring up percentages and points and all that other shit.
Nuggets team is incredible. They beat a loaded Suns team that had the most lethal two-man off.
This nigga said they beat a loaded Suns team, and then he's talking about 2 fucking people. This that narrative shit y'all be talking. The loaded Sun. Nigga, they have 2 niggas on a whole roster, and you just called them loaded? Are you serious? Hell is wrong with you, bro? Not one other player on that team dropped 9 points for one game except for a campaign game 6, 15-point game. Like, stop with this bullshit. Nigga, you just said loaded, bro. Shut the hell up, bro.
Offensive game in the NBA. They swept a Lakers team that beat the defending champs.
You see, this that narrative shit. Y'all say all this shit, but y'all don't say the real. They beat a defending champs. Nah, they didn't beat no fucking defending champs. They beat the Golden State Warriors in 2023 that had one fucking player on their team dropping points. Not one other player on that team was doing shit. It wasn't no 2023. No, it wasn't no defending shit. It was Stephen Curry. They beat Stephen Curry. That's it. They only beat Stephen Curry because no one else on that damn team was doing shit. Klay Thompson was shooting 1 for 11. 9 for 21. Jordan Poole was shooting 0 for 10, 1 for 18. Nah, bro, they didn't beat no defending shit, bro. Like, stop with that narrative. I see what you try to do, though. You try to switch it up and mold it into this crazy reach. You try to reach there, but it's not gonna work for me. Maybe for them fucking casuals who talk about bullshit, but not me. And they beat the Warriors with LeBron James, who's playing at age of 38. On an injured foot. Not my excuse. I'm not the nigga. I didn't lose, so I don't give a fuck. Nigga ain't beating me at any age or on any hurt anything. You feel me? But I'm not LeBron. And then I don't even want to say Anthony Davis. And Austin Reeves and Rui. LeBron, Austin, and Rui. They beat 3 niggas and 2 are upcoming players. Like, and one is the oldest nigga. Like, can we stop with these fucking narratives? I'm begging to stop. Please.
And they've done it all in historic fashion. The 2023 Nuggets may just be the best team since the 2019 Warriors. The eye test backs this up, and the stats
crazy,
do
bro.
as well. Now this next take
And niggas wonder why I hate certain shit because of that. If the Heat becomes the first team to win a championship as an 8-season model, no, it doesn't. Their run is not impressive at all. They beat the state narrative alert. They beat the Bucks with no Giannis. I'm not saying Giannis is good at all, but they beat the Bucks with no Giannis. He was hurt. He's trash to me anyways, but they beat the Bucks. The Bucks were the number 1 seed, but they're still trash. They beat the Knicks. The Knicks with one player, aka Jalen Brunson. Everyone else on that team is terrible. And then they beat the Celtics I don't think anyone on that team was averaging 13 points. Like, come on, let's be real.
If the Heat become the first team to win a championship,
I've seen 100 more better runs
it automatically becomes the greatest playoff run in NBA history. Well, let's look at some of the greatest, or rather improbable, playoff runs throughout the league's history. The 2011 Mavericks are considered by many to have the greatest playoff run of any
That's
team.
Dirk, the greatest big man to ever touch a basketball.
Beat a 48-win Blazers team. They beat the reigning champions in the Lakers and Kobe Bryant. They beat a young 55-win Thunder team, but most importantly,
shout out to Dirk,
beat the Miami Heat and their Big Three in 6 games. A series in which everyone and their mother thought Miami was going to win. But one of
all with Dirk and trash. I'm not gonna say trash because but Dirk and Chandler Parsons, Jason Kidd, and Jason Terry. Like, come on, man.
Overlooked runs was
back
in
man.
1995 when the Houston Rockets won an
Bro, if you're talking about 1995, I'm not even going to even get into that shit,
if we
bro.
add up the total amount of regular season wins from all the teams the Rockets beat that postseason, we get a whopping 238 wins. Compare that with the 2011 Mavericks and this year's Heat, as well as some other metrics, and it's clear that the Rockets had a much more difficult path.
See, this is shit I be talking about. Y'all just talking about for wins, opponents, wins. Like, what even is that, bro?
Surrounding Hakeem, with players like Clyde Drexler, Vernon Maxwell, Kenny Smith.
Bro, look at this roster, bro. If I seen these niggas at anywhere, bro, I'm taking on that. I take this team on 1v18, bro.
So,
I wouldn't take. There's no one here that looks like, okay, they might be good. Like,
absolutely no business even being in the finals. It's literally Jimmy, Bam.
Yeah, they don't, but the league is trash.
Even the Mavericks in 2011 are a criminally underrated team.
No, they're
were the
not.
3 seed going into the playoffs with 57 wins. They had an awesome core of players, and they were easily one of the best teams in the league that season. They just had to make it past the
nigga said core of players. You can't. No one can name any player he's put on this reel except for these two and Dirk. Like, stop saying these teams are good, bro.
This year's Heat team
stop it, please.
Was never favored in the postseason. From the very first series, they were expected to get sent home, and 2 of their core players have virtually sat the entire playoffs. So between the 1995 Rockets and the 2023 Heat, it's close. The Rockets had a more difficult path, but the Heat were expected to have absolutely no chance at all. You could make a
the Heat did all they did for those first 3 series to come to the finals and be shit.
Run in NBA history. And so this is a good take. And our last take comes from the legend himself.
But Jimmy Harrell don't know basketball for shit, so I don't take it.
During Game 1 of the NBA Finals, Breen had a take about Nikola Jokic that some people didn't really appreciate. And one of those people was in the booth with him.
You marvel at his complete game. He passes like magic. He rebounds like Moses. Shoots like Dirk.
Rebounds like Moses? Are you
Moses Malone?
I know. You want to check yourself?
Now, Mike Breen has watched a lot of basketball. He knows the game, and as much as this take seems like a reach,
this nigga really just said that. Hey man, I'm not even gonna get into this bullshit I just heard. This nigga said shoots like Dirk, bro. I don't have the time for the dick eating, bro. If y'all liked the video, bro, Jimmy Highroller, you might, bro, I'm blocking your account, bro. You don't know ball for shit, bro. You're a terrible taker. But you just stick to searching up graphics and charts and shit, bro. Don't get into actual basketball. Start talking about percentages and 0.7 win per. Do all that shit. That's for you. But when it talks about actuality, that's not for you. But if y'all liked the video, like, comment, subscribe, check everything down below. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.